Yes. So I am Shawqia Hawawre from Palestine. I am the president of the Arab English Association. I have MA English teaching methods. In this association, we want to provide our teachers, our English teachers, with some strategies in teaching English in order to encourage them to use them inside the class and outside it, in order also to upgrade our students' levels. First of all, I will talk about some of my achievements. I won the second place in the Presidency Creativity and Excellency Award in Palestine 2020. I am a Waklet, a member, leader, and ambassador, and certified teacher. I am a certified nearby educator. I am a Bansi ambassador. I am the founder of, I was one of the founders and trainers in the Microsoft Palestine teams. I won ISA, the International School Award. I am a T4 ambassador and a keynote speaker in local and global conferences. I'm shortlisted for the Global Teacher 2020. I am MAIE, which is Microsoft Innovative Educator Master Trainer. I am also a Microsoft Innovative Expert, MIE, for 2020 to 21 and 22, and thanks God. Okay. I am or I participate in local and global initiatives and conferences. I become one of the 100 creative and distinguished educators all over the world. From the Green Thinkers in India. I am the coordinator for the Worldwide Green Project for Palestine and many other achievements. And I also, this is thanks to our Lord, our Allah. Thank you for listening to me. Now I want to show you a video about our association. Okay. Let's watch this video about our association when we began with it in November. Let's watch it, please. اللقاء التأسيسي لجمعية معلمي الإنجليزية العرب. انعقاد اللقاء التأسيسي الأول لجمعية معلمي اللغة الإنجليزية العرب يوم الأحد 28/11 الساعة 6 بتوقيت القدس بشهادات حضور مميزة. معلمون وأكاديميون بارزون عرب وأجانب من ذوي الخبرات العظيمة سيتم استضافتهم في الجمعية في لقاءات مفيدة سعينا لتطوير وتفعيل المعلم العربي. نلتقي لنرتقي ولنضع النقطة الأولى في تأسيس مشروعنا، مشروع معلمي اللغة الإنجليزية العرب، لنتناقش ونتحاور ونصل لحلول جذرية نطبقها على أرض الواقع. يبدأ لقاؤنا الأول بحضور رئيس جمعية المترجمين العرب الأستاذ عامر معاطي، البروفيسورة سحر البطلاينة نائبة رئيس جمعية المترجمين العرب. يطلبها مداخلات الأساتذة يضيفون خلالها أفكارهم والمواضيع التي يحتاجها معلم اللغة الإنجليزية لينجح في عمله وأدائه. سيكون هناك عقد للخطة تقدمها رئيسة جمعية معلمة اللغة الإنجليزية الأستاذة شوقية حضور الكرام. وأخيرا نستقبل مداخلات الزوار ومن دوره مشغولين بمتابعة من مديرة التحرير الأستاذة دانيا المسؤولية. فأهلا وسهلا بكم في جمعية معلمي الإنجليزية. انضموا إلينا يوم الأحد الساعة 6 بتوقيت القدس 28/11 بكل عنفوان، وفي جعبتكم الكثير من الأفكار والأنشطة التي تثري اللقاء. لا تأتوا فقط مستمعين، لا نريد لقاءنا لقاء بلا روح ولا كأي لقاء. نريده مثمرا وأفكاره وأنشطته عملية وداعمة لتطوير مستوى المعلمين في جميع أقطار الوطن العربي لأعلى مستوى. نتناقش ونتحاور، نتبادل المعارف ونخرج بتوصيات قابلة للتنفيذ. فكونوا بالقرب. مع تحياتي، أنا شوقية حواورة، رئيسة جمعية معلمي اللغة الإنجليزية العربية. Thanks for watching. So this is our Arab English Teachers Association, and the beginning was on the 28th of November. And we hope that we will deal with you and we will cooperate with you and we will bring, as I said, local local experts in order to talk about some strategies for enhancing the proficiency of our English teachers. Let's watch the other one, please. So our first webinar and lecture will be with Miss Wafaa Madoukh, who is a supervisor and a trainer in Palestine. And this webinar will be titled as Learning Styles and Multiple Intelligences for English Language. Let's begin with Miss Wafaa. Bismillah ala barakatillah. Begin, Miss Wafaa. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Mrs. Shawqia. Good evening for everyone. As Ms. Shawqia presented me, my name is Wafaa Madoukh. Today, I'd like to discuss with you a very important subject, which is very important for you as a teacher and as a supervisor of English. So it's titled with Learning Styles and Multiple Intelligences. Welcome everybody today. I'm not going to tell you that we have some golden rules, because you know that you have to mute your mics, you have to close your cams, so it will be very easy to deal with each other and to discuss all the issues that you'd like to ask about in this subject. First of all, I'd like to ask you, what are your expectations about training for today? Please, you can raise your hand or you can write in chat. I think it's raising hands. It's
Yes.
is
It is
better.
preferable.
Yeah.
Yes.
Possibly.
So you can contact and you can react for this question. Please, can you repeat it another time?
What are your expectations for today, for training today? Please.
Yes.
I could
So
see
Miss
the chat.
Wafaa.
So, yeah.
Yes. Thank you. Miss Wafaa wants you to share your opinions about your expectations about this lecture for today. Yes, Miss Lina, you can begin.
Thank you, Ms. Shawqia, Ms. Wafaa. I'm so happy that I've just recognized that you are Ms. Wafaa that I knew long time ago.
Yes.
Is it? I'm so happy that we meet again. Thank you. And my expectations that maybe we'll discuss strategies for teaching English, as all of us are English teachers. And I noticed something about learning styles. And I hope that it will be very enriching workshop.
Thank you, Mrs. Lina. Yes, I'm Wafaa, that you know.
I'm so happy. This was
Great.
a very nice
I'm
surprise
happy.
for me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Mrs.
this is
Thank
the
you.
first benefit of this webinar, that you get in contact with your friend. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Miss Lee.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you, Miss.
yes, the other one, Fathiya. Yes, Miss Fathiya. Miss
Yes,
Fathiya.
yes. Good evening. I
Good
think that
evening.
we are gonna talk about the learning styles and how could they affect our teaching for our students.
Yes, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you very
Yes.
much, Miss Fathiya.
Yes.
Let's come to Miss Khairat. Welcome, Miss Khairat. Miss Khairat, you can unmute yourself and begin. Miss Khairat. Yes, Miss خيرات. افتح المايك. Miss خيرات سمعتيني؟ طيب. The other one, Mr. Al-Hassan. Welcome.
Yes, thank you. I expect from this methods of teaching and how we can convey our learning to the students.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
The last one, please,
Okay.
Mrs. Shawqia, please.
Miss
To start our
Summer.
training.
Miss Summer. Miss Summer, yes.
Yes, good evening all. I'm Sama, an English teacher, South Nablus. It's a great pleasure to join such a great meeting. And I hope we will, inshallah, learn new strategies and share our experience. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Yes, inshallah.
Thank
Inshallah.
you.
Thank you.
Inshallah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
So,
Thank you
yes,
very much.
continue, please, Miss
Yes.
Wafaa.
Thank you very much. So today we will have an outcome or two outcomes for you. The first one, at the end of this session, you will be able to implement the concept of differentiation to teaching context, and also you can be able, or you will be able to apply learning styles and multiple intelligences. So we have here the outcomes for our session. But first of all, this is an icebreaker. I'd like you to mention, please, something that you understand well from yesterday, or you taught your students from yesterday lesson or today lesson, please. But it's orange. Its color is orange. To mention something orange that you taught to your students today or yesterday. I think yesterday, Saturday, you couldn't mention. Yes, you can write on the chat, please.
Yes, Miss Lina wrote orange juice.
Very nice.
Yes, please write in the chat box what Miss Wafaa wants from you. Can you repeat it another time, please, Miss
Yes.
Wafaa?
Could you mention something orange that you taught to your students yesterday or today morning, please?
Yes, so write in the chat box something which is related to orange that you told or you taught your students about today or yesterday.
Yes, please.
Miss Lina wrote orange juice.
Yes. Okay, something that is red, please. Something that is red. You taught to your students.
Yes, Miss Wahiba wrote orange lemon. I wrote red blood.
Yeah, thank you. Something that you taught, which his color is yellow.
Yellow. Miss Lina wrote red bag, sun.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yellow. Hiyam, lemon. Wahiba, sun. Summer,
you.
yellow leaves. I wrote yellow lemon.
Thank you. So something that you watched, which is color is blue. You watched or read or listened to, related to the lesson or unit that you taught to your students today or yesterday. I don't think so. Yesterday, just today
Yes.
morning. Yeah.
Miss Wahiba, Miss Lina, Miss Hiyam, and we wrote blue sky, blue
Thank you.
sea, or blue waves, Facebook, etc. Yes, nice.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Something that is brown and you need to understand more about. Brown. Yes, please.
Nothing brown. They didn't write anything about brown. Tree. Nadia wrote tree.
Very nice. Thank you. The last thing,
The tree.
thank you. Something is green and you do very well and you are proud of it, of yourself. Green.
Green salad.
Uh-huh. Very nice. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
Thank you. So we
Miss
have here.
Miss Tina asks, should be action or anything else?
No, it's
Should
okay.
it be
Thank you
an
very much.
action?
Thank you very much.
Thank
That's enough. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Is it clearer like this, the slides?
Yes.
Thank you. So what do you think about this picture? What do you think about it? Are all the same?
No.
What do you think?
Yes, please raise your hand.
Yes,
in
please.
order to answer Miss Wafaa's question. Are
Yes,
the things in the picture the same? Miss Summer, go ahead.
Yes, please. Yes.
Miss Summer.
Yes, Summer.
Miss Summer.
Yes, I'm with you.
Yes.
What do you
What
think?
is your
Yes,
opinion?
yes, I can see different genders, maybe different clothes, different way.
Thank you. Anything
Yes,
else?
yes,
Thank you very much.
different levels of educations. Yes.
Very nice. So what does it mean to you for your students inside the classroom?
Yes, Mr. Hassan.
Yes,
Can you
please,
answer it? Mr. Hassan.
The question, please.
Yes,
What
what can you see? Yes, go
Uh,
ahead,
I,
Miss.
I think here we have students with the different ages. They have
Yeah,
not
very
the same
nice.
age.
What's what's the relationship between this picture and your students inside the classroom?
Yes, Miss Lina. Miss Lina.
Yes, please.
Well,
Miss
I
Lina,
I
go ahead.
noticed, yes, I noticed that maybe this gives me the idea that my students are came from different cultures and different backgrounds, and I should be very careful when dealing with them, taking into
Very
consideration that they
nice.
Nice,
are different in culture and backgrounds. Thank you.
nice,
Thank you very
nice.
much.
Thank you.
Very nice. Yeah. Anything else would
Miss
you like to?
Fakiha. Yes, Miss Fakiha.
Yes, please.
Yes, yes. It's a great pleasure to be with you. Thank you for this webinar, and I think this picture shows that there are individual differences between students. So the teacher has to be care about these differences and how to deal with students with these individual differences. Thank you.
Very nice.
Nice.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mr.
Thank you very
Thank you.
Muhammad.
much.
Mr.
Yes, Mr.
Muhammad,
Muhammad.
the last one.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I understand that people come from different cultures and different regions, and not all of our students are going to be doctors. Some of them may be prisoners and this models and other stuff. So we have
Very
to
nice.
deal with different attitudes.
Very nice. Very nice.
Nice. Thank,
Thank you.
thank you very much.
Thank you
Yes.
very much. So thank you for all. So your students are the same as this picture, as these persons in the picture. So we have to be careful for our students. Our students are different, so we have to deal differently with each student. Okay? So now we have here a quiz. It's a little bit. Now, we have here some statements, but before those statements, I'd like to deal with uh, a very short questionnaire. I'm going to upload it on the chat. I think it's possible, Mrs. Shawqia.
Surely, surely, yes. You can send it in the chat box and the
Yeah,
questionnaire will be answered by our participants.
yeah, very nice.
Yes. If you couldn't, send it to me in the messenger and I will send it here in the chat box.
Okay, so no, I think it's better to send it for you, Mrs. Shawqia.
Yes, 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 it is better,
Yes,
really.
yeah, it's better for me. Um, so it's the VARC questionnaire. We now going to know something about learning styles.
Yes.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Yes, we have it here. Mrs.
Yes, I
Shawqia,
want
to,
yes, I will upload it when you
yeah,
send it. I want to remind them that there are certificate of participation at the end of this session. So please keep tuned and keep with
nice.
us.
Very
Thank you.
nice. Thank you, Mrs. Shawqia.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go back to the slides here. First of all, you have here quiz learning styles. Would you try to answer this questionnaire in 3 minutes, please, or 2 minutes.
Please send it. Send it. You didn't send it to me.
I sent it on the messenger, Mrs. Shawqia.
No.
Private.
No. There is no one. No one.
Yeah, work questionnaire.
Send it another time, please.
Okay.
I didn't receive it.
Okay. This is work questionnaire another time. So maybe it's uploading.
Maybe the internet connection is so weak.
Yeah, the net is weak, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's uploading till now. So go back to our slides here. Now, what do you think about the first statement here? When I say student learning differences are real, what do you think? Is it true or untrue?
Yes, you can raise your hands.
Yes,
Miss
please.
Dania.
Till you
Dania.
have got the questionnaire.
Okay,
Yes, you can choose the
Mr. Muhammad.
participants, Miss Dania.
Mr. Muhammad,
Yes,
please
Okay, thank you. Of
Okay.
course, I totally agree with this statement. Students learn differently with different styles. Some of them learn by, let's say, by first sight, and some of them need to be like, you need to drill many times in order to convey the information for them.
Thank you very much, Mr. Muhammad. All respect for you. The second
Sarah.
one, please. Fair means
Miss Sarah.
treating all kids alike. Yes, please.
Okay, Miss Sarah, unmute yourself, please.
Yes, hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
Yes, please.
Actually, I agree with this statement because really there are students with different learning styles, and they need to deal with them separately in order for them to get the advantage of each lesson.
Very nice. Thank you very much. The third one, the next one. Intelligence is fixed. What do you think about this statement?
Please raise your hand, please.
Yes.
Miss Lina. Lina.
Yes,
Lina,
I
please
totally,
unmute yourself.
yes, I totally disagree. Intelligence, in my opinion, is not fixed.
Very nice. So we
can raise the intelligence, or if it's neglected or for some circumstances, it can be affected. And we
Very
can,
nice.
of course, enrich it by many factors.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Mrs. Lin. The next one, students don't learn what the teacher doesn't directly oversee.
Okay, Miss Fathia, it's your turn. Please unmute yourself and answer, please. Miss Fathia, okay.
Yes. Maybe the teacher needs to guide the students to certain topics, but it is not necessarily that they will not learn if he doesn't direct them. Maybe some intelligent students can learn individually. You just show them from where to get the information, and they will be able to learn by themselves.
Very nice. So we have here autonomous learning. Very nice. Or self-learning. Thank you very much. Next one, before we differentiate, we must diagnose a student readiness, interest, and learning profile. What do you think about this? What do you do at the beginning of each year, of each school year? What do you do?
Okay. Maybe Miss Sarah or Mr. Hassan. Mr. Hassan, please unmute yourself.
In the beginning of the year, we usually use the diagnostic to as to know the difference between the level of the students.
Very nice.
So we need to know what kinds of lessons we can teach, and also how we should convey our ideas and the learnings to students of different levels.
Very nice. So we can diagnose our students for discovering the points of strengths and the points of weaknesses. So we can teach according to those points. Thank you very much. The next one, every student deserves to make continuous progress. What do you think about this statement?
Miss Fathia. Miss Fathia, could you answer, please? Okay.
Yes, I think that I totally agree. All students, they deserve to make continuous progress. This statement is totally true.
Thank you very much. Next one, the last one. Students can take different routes to the same destination. This is Tomlinson that says this. What do you think about this? Students can take different routes, different ways to the same destination.
Okay, Mr. Hamid, Mr. Hamid, maybe?
Yes, good evening. Yes, good evening, everybody. It's a great honor to be here, one of the member of this webinar. Thank you for giving me this chance. Actually, I do agree with this statement because each student has his own way of learning so that they can fulfill their aims or goals.
Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. So we have here different students, so we have different learning styles. Okay, so we have here differentiation. So when we say that we have differentiation inside the classroom, it means that you as a teacher, you have to differentiate your techniques, your strategies, your instructions, your activities according to your students' interests, according to your students' levels, according to your students' learning styles. Okay, so now when I say providing instruction to meet the range of the student needs, it means that you have to differentiate instruction. That we have here differentiation. So assigning all students the same activities all of the time. So it means that there's differentiation. So this is the meaning of differentiation. Do you know the meaning of differentiation? We have here to use varied strategies that address students' readiness, interests, and learning styles. So it's very important here to be here, to be aware of your students' learning styles, to be aware of your students' interests and their ways for learning. We have also, when I say differentiations, it means, what does it mean to you? Differentiation?
Miss Sarah.
Be careful.
Okay, Miss Sarah, could you answer, please? Miss Sarah,
yes,
please unmute yourself.
Yes, I'm mute. What is the question?
Differentiation inside your classroom. What does it mean to you as a teacher of English?
The levels of the students, the intelligence, the level of the students.
Okay.
And the intelligence, intelligence. Some students are superior, and some students are very weak. I mean that.
Okay.
Also,
so
the different learning styles.
What should you do here?
I have to actually prepare different activities which suit different levels, enrichment tasks, remedial tasks.
Very nice.
In order to get all of everybody engaged in the classroom.
Thank you.
and get the advantage of the lessons.
So you have to differentiate your resources for varied learners, your resources while teaching big ideas or critical concepts. Okay, what about assessing your students' learning? Do you assess only depending on the tests only?
Miss Khairat,
Actually, I do my best in order to give the students, for example, if they are gonna have writing quiz, I try to give them different options of the text.
Thank
For
you.
example, yeah,
okay.
different topics for a story, which
Thanks.
suits more different levels.
Very
Thanks,
nice.
Miss
Thank you.
Clara.
Another thing, only
Uh,
tests that you can depend on.
On their
uh,
levels, on their
okay, Miss
different
Khairat.
learning styles.
What
Clara.
else?
Miss Khairat. Miss Khairat, could you answer,
Tests,
please? Okay.
tests, quizzes, anything else? Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Miss Khairat. Miss Khairat,
Miss
please.
Khairat, you can, yes, you are unmuted, Miss Khairat. Go
Okay.
ahead. شكله عندها مشكلة في الصوت.
Okay,
Mr.
so
Muhammad. Mr.
yes,
Muhammad, could you answer, please?
Yeah, of course. Well, I believe in authentic assessment. I believe it's the most precise approach to evaluate students fairly. Here you evaluate them not according to tests and the traditional way of pen and paper, but we
yeah,
use like some scales on some sheets, to see their conversation, their attitudes. Some students, for example, you can evaluate them by asking them direct questions, while other students are shy. They cannot express themselves, so they need to write it down, for example, and many different examples.
yeah. Thank you very much. So we have tests, we have quizzes, we have projects. What about your projects with your students? So we have here different rubrics to depend on, so you can assess your students. I beg your pardon. Would you like to add something else? Okay, so we have here multiple means of assessment. Why we have multiple means of assessment, of teaching, of activities to meet all the varied needs of all types of our learners, okay? So our students differ, maybe inconvenient, but it's is capable. Adapting to that diversity is the inevitable price of productivity, high standards, and fairness to the students. So we have here differentiation. We have to be fair because all our students are not the same. They are not they are not the same in thinking, in understanding, in knowing the suitable information, for example. But we have to give each student an equal opportunity for learning so they can produce their products effectively and in a proper way. All right. Would you like to add something else? So differentiation is very important here for our students. Okay. Uh, we have different levels of readiness. We have different interests. We have different ability levels, and we have different cognitive needs. So as you know that we have some weak students. They like, for example, to do
Yes, please, Miss Wafaa, your voice is unclear. Please pay
why?
attention. Yes.
Could you hear me?
Yes. Yes, yes, Miss Wafaa.
Yes, please. Yes, please, Mrs. Shawqia. Is it clear now?
Now, yes, it is very clear. Thank you.
Thank you. But someone is opening the cam, Fatima.
Please close your cams.
Fatima.
Fatima.
Miss Shawqia,
Yes,
could
I
you hear
will.
me?
Yes, yes. Who is speaking?
Me, خيرات.
يا هلا حبيبتي خيرات. How are you?
Right now, I miss you very much. I'm proud to be with you.
Oh, me too. We are very and so glad to meet you here
Thanks a lot.
in our
All
association.
appreciation and love for you all.
Thank you, Miss Khairat. Welcome.
حبيبتي. Okay.
أهلا وسهلا. تفضل.
مش
Continue, Miss
شوقية.
وفاء.
Thank you.
نعم.
مش ينم عليكي. مش شوقية, have you got the learning styles quiz?
I will check it. I will check it
Yeah.
another time.
Uh,
Yes.
I'll
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, I'll upload here. I'll copy the link on the chat. The link on the
Yes.
chat only.
It is better.
We've got the link here. Would you please answer the questions that you've got in this questionnaire, please? About
yes. So Miss Wafaa sent you a link. You can open it and answer the questionnaire questions, please.
Yes.
In the chat.
Yes, it's a very short one. 2 minutes, please, for answering it.
Yes. Shall I share my screen on it in order to show them?
Okay, I'll share it. I've got it now.
Yes. Yes, please share it in
Okay.
order to watch it on the screen.
Okay. Have you got it now?
Yes.
The VARC questionnaire. Just choose one answer, please.
Yes.
Depending on yourself. You are welcome, Ms. Shawqia. So we have the learning style theory, which was popularized in 1992 when Fleming and Mills suggested a new model of learning. So the VARC model is used to explain the different ways that students learn. Sometimes you find your students, a student that is visual, other times auditory, other times kinesthetic, and other times reading or writing. So it depends here on your students.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
This what
عليكم
means
السلام ورحمة الله.
this means the VARC questionnaire.
I beg your pardon?
What's the meaning of VARC questionnaire?
Yeah, so VARC, we're gonna to talk about it now. V, it means visual. A, it means auditory. R, it means
so Miss
writing or
Wafaa will
reading.
answer you after finishing answering the question.
Yes, yes. So I mean it. I mean this. Finished?
Not yet.
Okay. When you finish, please write your own learning style on the chat. Please, when you finish.
Excuse me, I didn't got it. What did you say when we finish what we do?
Yeah, would you please write your own work on the chat, please? Your own learning style, please.
We write it.
Thank you
on the
very
chat.
much.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much. Finished?
Yes, I have finished.
Very nice, thank you. So we have here on the chat, I think, different learning styles. Yeah, what do you think about it?
It is very nice. I like it.
Thank you, Mrs. Shawqia. So we have here visual, we have here reading and writing, we have here auditory, we have here visual, visual and kinesthetic. Very nice. So we have here visual, kinesthetic. Yeah. Mrs. Khawla, how are you? Mrs. Khawla. So we have reading and writing. Okay. What does it mean to you when you write different learning styles? What does it mean to you as a teacher? What does it mean to you?
Miss Fathiya. Miss Fathiya.
Yes. It means that we have to address all of these styles. So we need to bring out more visual, more audio, more written worksheets so that other students can learn from it.
Yeah, very nice. So, as a teacher, you have to differentiate the content, the process, and the product, depending on the learning styles of your students, their interests, and their readiness. Is it clear? So we have here 4 learning styles, and we have the acronym VARK. So V, it means visual, A, it means auditory, R, it means reading or writing, K, it means kinesthetic. Is it clear what do we mean by VARK?
Yes. So
Thank
the participant who asks about VAR, this is the answer. It is
Yeah.
visual, audio, read and write, and kinesthetic. Thank you, Miss
Yes.
Wafaa.
You are welcome, honey. So, as a teacher, we have to differentiate the content, the activities, the resources, the instructions. Also, the instructions. Sometimes you can find that most of the students understand you if you repeat the instructions twice or thrice. Sometimes, is it clear? Do you notice this? Do you notice this? Okay, so we have here strategies for differentiation for my students because we have here different learning styles. We have here VARK. The teacher should change the level of complexity or required readiness of a task or the lesson or the teaching material. Why? To meet all the students' needs, abilities, interests that they could learn easily through differentiation. So we have here to differentiate the concept for easy or for understanding easily, and we have to change also to make my students who don't know the concept to know a little bit, or to students with some understanding, or for the students who understand the concept. So differentiation is very important with your students inside the classroom. It's very important for you and for your students at the same time, not only for students, for you also. We have here some styles for differentiation, for starting step by step, gradually with my students. We have to change processes, we have to change and to adapt the content according to my students' interests and needs. Also the products, we have to also to adapt or to change assignments, which means the homework, and to change also the learning stations or the learning centers. This is another strategy. We have to change also assessment. We have to change writing promotes. So sometimes your students could write 2 short paragraphs or 1 short paragraph, but other students with high levels, they could write maybe an essay, maybe easily. So it depends here. Also, you have to differentiate your activities and the materials according to your students. Don't be afraid for changing, for differentiation. It's not about what happens to you, it's about how you react to what happens. So how here is very important for you as a teacher and for your students inside the classroom. So how, it means you have to change different things as I mentioned here before. Is it clear? So don't be,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
it is very clear, Miss Wafaa. As we know, if we treat all the students in the same way, it will be useless. As I said many times to my colleagues, for example, the doctor, when we go to the doctor, not every patient will take the same medicine. And also our students are of multiple intelligences, of different learning styles. So we should pay attention for that.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Shawqia.
Well,
thank you, honey. So you have to be there. Don't be afraid of the changing. You are the first person who could change this world by teaching your students and by producing leaders for this world. Do you think this? So you are number one in teaching your students. All the respect for every teacher in this world. I think after 2 days we have the Teachers' Days. So congrats for every teacher anywhere. I respect you, all the respect for you, and all appreciation for you also for your great efforts anywhere, because you are a dear person. You could change the curriculum, you could change your students, you could change their beliefs, their thoughts of bad things, for example. So you could teach them more and more to be the leaders of this world, to free Palestine, inshallah.
inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah. So we have here some levels for instructions and for differentiation depending on our learning styles here. So first of all, we have to identify the standards, concepts, and generalizations that we want our students to learn. We have also to know their background. It's very necessary for you. We have to know their readiness, their interest, their learning profiles. We have also to create the activities that are suitable for them, also for their understanding. Also, we have to adjust English for Palestine, or to adjust any content, because we have here teachers from the Arab countries. We have to adjust all the activities depending on your students' levels, your students' understanding, your students' interests, and learning styles, of course. But we have to put into our consideration that we have also 8 multiple intelligences. We have here Howard Gardner theory, who said that everyone is intelligent, but in different way. So, in 1983, Howard Gardner, he published his theory to mention that we have we have 8 multiple intelligences. But sometimes you can notice that we have multiple intelligences that are dominant than the others in the same person. All right? So بس سكروا المايكات لو سمحتوا، اللي فاتحة المايك إذا تكرمت. أستاذ محمد سكر المايك من فضلك. Close your mic, please. Thank you. So we have here 8 multiple intelligences. We won't forget those multiple intelligences. We have, first of all, we have the intelligence. Do you know what do we mean by the intelligence? My ladies and gentlemen, do you know what do we mean by intelligence?
Mr. El Hassan?
Yes, please.
You answer her question, please.
Yes, please.
Mr. Al-Hassan, what is meant by multiple intelligences?
Yeah, intelligence alone. Intelligence alone.
Intelligence, yes.
Yes.
Miss Fakiha, go ahead, please. Miss Fakiha.
Yes, please. Mrs. Fakiha.
They answered in the chat
Yes,
box.
multiple.
Yes.
Yes, I was written about the questionnaire results. Okay, multiple
Yes.
intelligence. I think that there are a lot of different kinds of intelligence that which is different from one person to another, and so we must take care of these differences between students, and to be careful how to deal with these differences between students and these different intelligences.
Thank you very much. I'm asking about the intelligence. Only what do we mean by intelligence, please?
Mr. Al-Hassan.
Is the ability to think and to accept information, the way of thinking and the way of accepting information. I think so, yeah.
Thank you very much. Yes, thank you. Another
Yes,
answer, please.
Mr. Al-Hassan.
Thank you.
Miss Khairat. Mr. Khairat. Miss Khairat, sorry.
Intelligence means the way or the ability of a student to acquire or to gain the language or to gain the skills he is going to learn. There are many types of intelligence they can
No,
acquire.
no, I'm asking about intelligence.
Intelligence, the ability to learn the skill or the new information appropriately.
Thank you. Another answer. Thank you very much. Another answer.
مس فكيهة جاوبت مس فكيهة. مس نادية. مس نادية.
Yes, Miss Nadia, please.
مس هناء. مس هناء عباس.
Yes. I think
Yes.
intelligence is the natural ability to think and to analyze information.
Very nice. Another
Nice,
answer.
thank you.
Thank you. Another answer. Yes.
Mr. Hamid. Mr. Hamid.
I think intelligence is the ability to learn or understand or deal with new things or something new.
Thank you. Another answer.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Al-Hassan, can you hear me? حسن. طب مس لينا معلش اللي جاوب معلش lower your hand if you please. When you answer, lower your hand, please.
Yes.
Miss Lina, go ahead, please. Miss Lina.
Yes, maybe I see it's to have the ability to interact and act and something problem solving can get into this intelligence, maybe.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. So we have here mental equality that consists of the ability to learn from experience, to adapt to new situations, to understand and handle abstract concepts, and use knowledge to manipulate one's environment. So you can adapt different abilities to solve any problem or to analyze it. So you can analyze it, you can plan for your understanding, for your learning. So you can also produce a new creative product instead of the one that you've got in your environment or in your classroom or in your school. So we have here different abilities, that different mental abilities that help you to explain, to analyze, to plan, to solve different problems, also to behave in a wise way. You can also think in a proper way to gather ideas, to adjust those ideas in a different way, in a new way, in a creative way, to produce a new creative product. Is it clear? This is what do we mean by intelligence. Is it
Thank
clear?
you. Thank you. Miss Sarah, can you add anything? Miss Sarah? Miss Sarah, can you hear me? Go ahead.
Yes.
Yes, Miss Sarah. What do you mean? What do you want to add?
I just wanted, I raised my hand and I forgot to lower it down, but I wanted to say that intelligence means the way of accepting the information from the lesson. I think this is the meaning, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay, it could be. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. Okay, now we have here the 8 multiple intelligences. The first one we say here, that's Howard Gardner. He published his theory in 1983 and mentioned that each person has different multiple intelligences, sometimes reach to 8 multiple intelligences. Uh, some links say that we have 9, but Gardner published only 8 multiple intelligences. Howard Gardner's. So this is his theory of multiple intelligences. The first one we have here, as you can notice here in this slide or in this one, we have here the linguistic. It means the verbal intelligence. It means that it's I, as a linguistic multiple intelligence, I like to tell jokes, to tell stories, to read books, to read to read different vocabulary, to put them in different sentences, for example, to read different quotes, to read different proverbs, to do crossword puzzle also, because it depends on language. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yes,
Thank
this is the first one. The second one, the logical one or mathematical one, it means that I could solve my problems easily in a logical way. So I enjoy maths and I could use computers very well. I like games. Also, I like logic to solve different problems and find their solutions. Also, I like to use the data in my work to measure, to calculate, to analyze, to explain. So this is logic. It depends also on logical multiple intelligence. The third one, when I say here rhythmic, it means a musical multiple intelligence. I like I like to listen to musical instruments, to musical songs. I like to listen to tunes, to songs, to dabke, I like enjoying singing, for example. I like to play some musical instruments, for example. Also, I have a good sense of rhythm. Okay, so this is the third one. The fourth one, when I say naturalist, it means that I love nature very much. I could classify things into categories. I can hear animal and bird sounds clearly. I enjoy the birds singing. I enjoy it very much. For example, also I see different details in the nature, in the trees, in the forests. So I feel very happy, and I like also I like plants and animals. Also, I can nominate the names of the trees, of the plants, of the birds, of the animals in the nature. Yes, intrapersonal. So intrapersonal, sometimes intrapersonal, it means that you speak to yourself, as soliloquy and monologue on the theater of Macbeth. If you remember Macbeth, it means that people it means that I prefer team sports, and I have many close friends. Sometimes people ask me for advice, for some pieces of advice. Also, I'm comfortable in working teams, in crowds. Also, I have empathy for others. It means that I'm empathetic with the others. I feel mercy of them, it means. Also, I can figure out what people are feeling. So I feel with the others in a short way. So I reflect on my job. I reflect on my students. I reflect on my friends. I reflect on all the lessons that I teach my students. All right. Now we have here existential, or we have here spatial. It means spatial or visual. It means that I think in pictures. I think in pictures. This is the visual. Existential, it means that interpersonal that I mentioned before. Intrapersonal here depending on the reflection. So I like my feelings only alone. اللي ذكرته قبل شوي هون interpersonal إن I love working in team, in crowds, and I feel with the others. But intrapersonal, I feel of myself only. I can reflect on myself. I can learn autonomously. I can learn by myself. It means intrapersonal. I enjoy being alone sometimes, intrapersonal. But that I mentioned before, interpersonal here. It means that I like people here. Intrapersonal, it's the opposite of interpersonal. You see, intrapersonal, I love working alone. I have confidence in myself. I like to work alone. Also I enjoy my hobbies of myself. Also I can learn of myself. I reflect on myself. I reflect on my students. I reflect on my job. I reflect solving problems alone on myself. Also, I think about things and plan what to do next alone. You see, intrapersonal, it means alone, by myself. But interpersonal, it's the opposite of it. Interpersonal, I love work teams or grouping or pairing. I feel with the others. I feel empathy with the others. All right. So, existential, it means that that I or spatial. It means that I think in pictures also. I like colors. I like interesting designs. I can find my way around unfamiliar areas. It means I can describe directions easily. I can describe the places, the directions in a very easy way. Existentials uh, or spatial. Okay, so it means that I love also I love pictures. I can go in any place and I can explain this place very easy. So we have here visual. Visual, it means it depends on the pictures. Visuals. I love pictures to learn more and more. I love. I could. I could see different pictures in one picture. For example, visual. Also visuals. We have here the films, the movies, the slides, for example, the PowerPoint. So everything could be seen. I love it as a visual multiple intelligence. But kinesthetic, it means kinesthetic. So this is for some hyper active students. Sometimes they like moving from one chair to another, one class to another. So they are kinesthetic. Sometimes we say that they couldn't stay in one place. So kinesthetic, it means that they like to touch everything. They like to use their hands. They like working with hands or with the crafts, or they like to play different sports also. So this is kinesthetic. They think that themselves as coordinators with the others. So they learn by doing more than by watching, not like visual watching. This is watching, this is by doing. Kinesthetic. They like to do and to do everything and to try everything alone to learn more and more. We mentioned here interpersonal, that I love working in teams or in groups and I feel with others. So it's the opposite of intrapersonal. Intra, it means alone. Inter, it means I love working with people. Intra, alone. Inter, I love working with people. So sometimes if we like to first of all we like to plan any lesson, we have to be careful here for Bloom's taxonomy. So we should teach our students higher order thinking skills. We shouldn't follow their lower order thinking skills. So we have to deepen their understanding, because understanding have different facets, have 6 facets. We have 6 facets of understanding, so we have to deepen our students' understanding, not only for remembering or for understanding only alone. No, but we have to teach our students to explain, to apply, to analyze, to synthesize, to evaluate, and at the end to be creative learners, to be creative leaders. So it's very important here to depend on our planning, our lessons, to depend on higher order thinking skills as analyzing or as exploration or as creation or creativity, as a critical thinking. So we have to be careful for those multiple intelligence. We have different multiple intelligences, and we have different learners. So we have to be careful when we plan any task, a story or activity or a game or a lesson or a written task or a reading comprehension. So you have to be careful here to adjust all those multiple intelligences according to your students inside the classroom. Is it clear? So
Yes. Should we stop for minutes, please?
Yes, please.
In order to take a rest, and in order to another time to show them the video about the Arab English Association.
All right. You are welcome. You are welcome, honey.
I will share it. This is about the first webinar, the first advertisement about our association. As I said at the beginning, because there are new guests now, it was on the 28th of November. We planned and we made an advertisement about launching our association. We hope that you will enjoy our video. اللقاء التأسيسي لجمعية معلمي الإنجليزية العرب. انعقاد اللقاء التأسيسي الأول لجمعية معلمي اللغة الإنجليزية العرب يوم الأحد 28/11 الساعة 6 بتوقيت القدس، وشهادات حضور مميزة. معلمون وأكاديميون بارزون عرب وأجانب من ذوي الخبرات العظيمة سيتم استضافتهم في الجمعية في لقاءات دورية سعيا منا لتطوير وتمكين المعلم العربي. نلتقي لنرتقي ولنضع اللبنة الأولى في تأسيس مشروعنا، مشروع معلمي اللغة الإنجليزية العرب، لنتناقش ونتحاور ونصل لحلول جذرية نطبقها على أرض الواقع. يبدأ لقاؤنا الأول بحضور رئيس جمعية المترجمين العرب الأستاذ عامر العظيم، البروفيسورة سحر البطاينة نائبة رئيس جمعية المترجمين العرب، وتتلوها مداخلات الأساتذة يعرضون خلالها أفكارهم والمواضيع التي يحتاجها معلم اللغة الإنجليزية لينجح في عمله وأدائه. سيكون هناك عرض للخطة تقدمها رئيسة جمعية معلمات اللغة الإنجليزية الأستاذة شوقية حواورة للحضور الكرام. وأخيرا نستقبل مداخلات الزوار من مديري مشكورين بمتابعتهم مديرة التحرير الأستاذة دانيا الكوران من سوريا. فأهلا وسهلا بكم في جمعية معلمي الإنجليزية. انضموا إلينا يوم الأحد الساعة 6 بتوقيت القدس 28/11 بكل عنفوان، وفي جعبتكم الكثير من الأفكار والأنشطة التي تثري اللقاء. لا تأتوا فقط مستمعين، لا نريد لقاءنا لقاء بلا روح ولا كأي لقاء، نريده مثمرا وأفكاره وأنشطته عملية وداعمة لتطوير مستوى المعلمين في جميع أقطار الوطن العربي لأعلى مستوى. نتناقش ونتحاور، نتبادل المعارف، ونخرج بتوصيات قابلة للتنفيذ. فكونوا بالقرب. مع تحياتي، أنا شوقية حواورة، رئيسة جمعية معلمي اللغة الإنجليزية العربية.
السلام عليكم أستاذة.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
أستاذة من فضلك الدورة القادمة 28/12 ما 28/11 صح؟
لا، هذا هو اللي لما أعلنا عن الجمعية ب 28/11 الأسبوع القادم إن شاء الله. the following next week إن شاء الله there will be a guest from the British Council إن شاء الله.
بريتش كونسل ممتاز أيوة.
Yes إن شاء الله. وفي عنا ضيوف from different countries either Arab or foreigners إن شاء الله.
إن شاء الله. من فضلك أستاذة كيف نسجل الحضور عشان ناخذ الشهادة؟
I will send a form at the end of this session إن شاء الله.
من فضلك ابعثيه في الواتساب. اوكي جروب الواتساب.
No, here in the chat box.
انا ما اقدر افتح الدردشه يا استاذه.
طيب you can contact me in private.
اوكي.
السلام عليكم.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
معلش أنا كنت عاوز أشارك معاكم والله، بس حصل مشكلة عندي في البيت، حريقة وكده، فقعدت الحمد لله. أنا استمتع بالlistening، يعني حاطط المايك وقاعد بقى شغال. I'm so sorry يعني. And I appreciate your great efforts. That's very nice session.
Thank you very much.
Really, I enjoyed it. It's splendid, and I need to tell you that all these what you call you mentioned, I myself do during my lesson, and Alhamdulillah.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank
you.
you. So you are so distinguished teacher.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm sorry if you're not participating.
No, don't worry.
Yes, okay.
Yes. Thank you for watching. Now, Miss Wafaa, you can continue.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Is it clear, the PowerPoint here?
Yes, it is clear. And after 15 minutes, I will send the form in the chat box.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have here a planning model for multiple intelligences. We have to be careful here when you plan your lesson. So we have here many verbs that you can depend on writing your objectives, depending on Bloom's taxonomy, the levels of Bloom's taxonomy that join and that regard multiple intelligences, the 8 multiple intelligences. So it's very important here to write your own objectives, which sometimes we say that we have here the acronym RUSH. When I say RUSH, it means your objectives should be relevant. The material should be made relevant to my students' lives, for example, from their own life situations. When I say you, it means they should understand what I teach them. So I should connect to and support their learning experiences. S, it means simplicity. So my students need real life situations, real life examples from their own real life. So H, when I say humor, it means as using, for example, some games or icebreakers to let them enjoy while they learn English language. So we have here an activity, but we have a question here. A question for all, please. How could you be an engineer for your students? So what also, what are the similarities between you and the industrial designer? You as a teacher, you as a designer, you as an engineer, and the designer himself or the engineer himself. So, do you know the relationship or the similarity between you and the engineer or the architect or the designer? Uh,
You
raise your
can
hand.
raise your hands.
Yeah, yes, please.
Yes. Mr. Muhammad, can you answer her question? What are the similarities between you and these jobs?
Yeah, the designer or the architect or the engineer, please.
Yes, Mr. Muhammad. Miss Sarah. Miss Sarah.
Yes, please.
Miss Khairat. Miss Khairat.
Both engineers and
Yes.
teachers can
Yes, can you
plan
answer her
and
question?
design. Yes.
What's the
Yes,
question,
Miss
please?
Sarah. Yes, sorry for interruption. Miss Sarah, continue, please. Could you repeat it?
What's
The design, the
what
teacher is
are
designer.
what are the
Yes.
similarities, yeah, between you as a teacher and the designer or the architect or the engineer? Choose one of them.
Actually, the architect and or the designer design the buildings, design the rooms, while the teacher design her class. For
Mhm.
example, what to start the class with, what to end with.
Yes, thank you. Another
Nice.
answer. Thank you very much.
Nice. Miss
Another
Khairat.
answer.
Miss Khairat.
Okay. I said both the engineer and the teachers can design and plan. يعني teacher plans the lessons at the school or the class, and the designer or the engineer can plan for building, and both build the information or build something يعني meaningful. Teacher
Nice.
build the student and the engineer build building. Okay, design for building or instructions. Okay.
Nice. Nice. Thank you. Let's
Thank you.
listen to Dr. Haidar. Dr.
I
Haidar,
believe
go ahead, please.
I appreciate that you gave opportunity to speak, in my opinion. I believe
Because fix your
designer
voice.
teacher.
Your voice is clear, please.
Okay. Do you listen to me, doctor?
It is not clear.
It's okay. Okay. I believe
Now,
okay, it's cool right now. It's okay.
yes, yes.
Okay, I believe that the teacher like engineer and how to build the strategy for prospective future for students, how to use simple elements to achieve great goals.
Nice. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's listen to Mr. Hamid now.
I think the relationship between them is the planning for the lesson goal. Also, when the teacher designs the activity for his lesson, either inside or outside the class, and above all, when the teacher fulfill the goals of the lesson on time, the same as the other engineers.
Very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank
Yes.
you very much.
Yes.
Let's listen to Miss Nadia.
Hello. I
Hello.
think the common point of them is the creativity. All of them are creative in their work.
How? How?
For example, a teacher searching a way or method for the explaining for the student. The architect creative in the way of building or to get a nice building or good modern designers.
Yes.
That's
Yes, thank you. Amazing. Miss Fakiha, what do you think? Miss Fakiha.
I think the teacher is like an engineer. He has his lesson, his design. He has to design his lesson and his lesson plan, and he has to put his objectives, his teaching strategies, his the students' feedback, and he must take care of time and the class management, how to manage his lesson and take care of the time and each exercise, each point of his lesson has a certain time. So he has to design all his class, all his lesson according to main and certain steps. He must take care of it.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank
Thank you.
you. Very nice. Let's listen now to Miss Sarah.
Yes.
Miss Sarah. What do you think about this question? About the similarities between a teacher and engineer, for example, or architect?
Hi, I have already answered.
Yes, sorry. Thank you. Thank you. So that's enough. Please, when you answer, lower your hand.
Yes, thank you very much. So you are a designer, you are an engineer, you are an architect. So it's very important for you as a teacher to plan your lesson, to design the lesson with different activities, with different strategies, with different resources, with different kinds of assessment, depending on your students' learning styles, your students' interests and needs, or also their multiple intelligences. So it's very important here, but don't forget that you have to plan and design your lesson depending on the previous knowledge that the students know and the recent or the new knowledge that you'd like your students to learn. So,
Yes. So, Miss Dr.
concerning
Hadil, Miss Wafaa, sorry for interruption. Dr. Hadil says in the chat box that teachers build a human values, personality, and direct their energy to more useful and beneficial activities. Also,
yes,
Miss Lina says teacher designs activities as an engineer designer designs plans.
very
Miss
nice.
Khairat, both can design and plan. Okay.
Very,
And
yeah,
also, Summer says all need planning before starting. As she says, planning is so important. Dr.
yeah.
Hadil says another time setting goals at first. Summer says brainstorming. Thank you for these opinions. Nice ones.
Thank you very much. Very nice. So when you build your lesson, or when you plan your lesson, or when you design your lesson, it's very important to build this lesson depending on the prior knowledge. It means that you have to add and you have to add to the new knowledge depending on the prior or the past or the previous knowledge. Why do you think? It's very important for your students to know that we have here knowledge that worth being familiar with is very important, and the new knowledge also very important for your students. So both are very important for having enduring understanding. So the students should understand the new one depending on the previous one. So I won't explain this more because it will take a lot of time. So So let's go back to our multiple intelligences. We have here a comic education through multiple intelligences. I'll send you the link to read alone about this comic. All right. So now, if you like to design or you plan your lesson depending on 8 multiple intelligences, we have here uh, an activity. For example, I've chosen the poet Mahmoud Darwish. He's a Palestinian poet. He's very famous and popular. If you like to design multiple intelligences, we can create a timeline with pictures and words showing the changes in one of the Arabs, a great poet Mahmoud's Darwish life over time. So we can use here the logical or mathematical multiple intelligence. If we like to dictate the most important information about Mahmoud Darwish, it means that we have here verbal or linguistic multiple intelligence. If we ask our students to imagine himself that he is, if he were, or is Mahmoud Darwish. So talk about yourself. When he talks about himself, it means here intrapersonal. It means here he reflects on himself. All right. When I say imagine that you are Mahmoud Darwish and you talk to the Palestinian people, to the Arab people, for example, it means that we have here interpersonal. If we like to describe the place where Mahmoud Darwish was born, it means that we have here a spatial, and we have also at the same time we have here verbal or linguistic. So it depends here. It depends here on the activity itself. All right. So you have to be careful here when you use when you apply the multiple intelligences. So you could adjust English for Palestine or any curriculum depending on multiple intelligences. All right. So you can use in one lesson more than one multiple intelligence. So you can use maybe 5, maybe 6, maybe all of 8 multiple intelligences. So we have here also, I've got another example here about the solar energy, the solar system. If we ask ourselves about the solar energy, solar system, and apply different multiple intelligences, we have here a very fruitful and suitable activity. Here you can apply the multiple intelligences depending on the solar system, and imagine yourself that you are a famous astronaut, or you can also add different multiple intelligences according to the solar activities. All right. So at the end, I'd like to ask, yes, please.
Yes, if you please, you can summarize the last points.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Thank
we
you.
have here at the end, summary for our session today. It deals with the learning styles and multiple intelligences. So it's very important here to differentiate to differentiate your activities, your resources, your types of assessment also for your students. It's very important here to plan or to design your lesson depending on your students' abilities, your students' needs, your students' learning styles and multiple intelligences. But I'd like to ask you at the end, before ending, where you can find yourself here, in the first column or in the second column or in the third one. Which one? So you can
Yes, you
write
can.
in the chat.
Miss Khairat says in the first.
Okay, why?
Why, Miss Khairat? Can you answer?
Yes, orally.
Yes,
It could be oral.
I have already know some information about the webinar or the topic you have already topic about. I feel relaxed. I didn't feel any boredom. Yes, that's all. It's very easy and beneficial as well.
Thank you very much. Thank
Thank
you
you
very
very much, Mrs. Wafaa.
You are welcome. You are welcome, honey. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Another one?
Yes, you can answer. Yes, Dr. Haidar, what do you think? Where are you? In which zone? Dr. Haidar?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Where can you, in which zone are you?
Yeah, which
The
zone
first
you can
column,
find
the
your...
second, or the third?
Yeah, what zone
I
you are
think
in?
it's too easy. The first one.
The first
The
one.
first one.
Thank you
Yeah,
very
it's so
much.
simple concerning Arabic listener. And we should put under consideration the level of our students, first of all.
Yes, so paying attention to our students' levels is of great importance. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Listening.
Another
And there's
one.
open issues.
Thank
So
you.
that's why, we appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Yeah, another one. What zone are you in, please? What zone?
What zone? Yes. If you want to answer, please raise your hand.
Yes, what zone are you in, please? Another
No one.
answer and we'll finish.
Yes, Miss Hannah Abbas, what do you think? In which zone do you see yourself? Hannah Abbas, can you hear me? If anyone wants to participate, please go ahead. Thank you, Miss Wafaa. It was a very fruitful session, and we got much information about multiple intelligences, about learning styles, and the strategies and the tips that we should follow in order to pay attention for our students in order to upgrade the teaching learning process. Thank you very much. Thank you for accepting our invitation. Thanks for all the participants that they joined us. And at the end, I want to tell you that next week we will have another guest from the British Council. So please join us next week, inshallah. We will inform you. Please join our association. I send the links in the chat box in order to have some information about our next webinars. Thank you another time, Miss Wafaa. I want to give you this certificate. I will share it.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Shawqia. It's my pleasure to share you this association to just to exchange experiences, to exchange ideas, to exchange different ideas, different thoughts. So thank you very much. Any question, Mrs. Lina? Would you like to ask anything? I'm sorry.
Just a comment.
Yes.
That I want to say how happy I am from this, the way, the dynamic way you go through this webinar, Ms. Wafaa. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ms. Shawqia. It's very, really, it's an example for a teacher to how to make the class so interesting that students never bored by this interaction. I like the way you make all the participants interact.
Thank you very much.
I want just to add that no matter how levels and how much we know about this subject, for us as a teachers, we need these sessions to keep always interacting with each other. And we need each other no matter how much we get through levels of this knowledge. Thank you very much.
You are welcome, honey. Thank you very much, Mrs. Lina. And I'm so happy to meet you online. Thank you very much.
Thank
you, Miss Lina. Thanks very much for joining us. Thank you all the participants, either from the Arab world or from the other world. Thank you. And those are some of the participants' participation as you see them on the screen. Congratulations all.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And have happy dreams. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Miss Wafaa. Thank you.
You are
we
welcome.
were very pleased to join you.
Thank you. I'm so happy to join you and exchange different information with you, different ideas. Thanks a lot. Thank you very much.
Thanks. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You are welcome, honey. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Good night.
Good night. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. Those are some of the certificates for those who filled the form. Please fill the form in order to have automatic certificate. It will arrive in your email. Yes, you can talk. وإياكم بارك الله فيكم. شكرا لكم كل باسمي ولقبه. شكرا للأستاذة وفاء، فعلا أمتعتنا بما
الله يكرمك. الله يكرمك أستاذة شوقية.
الوقت يعني أكثر من ساعتين ما شاء الله. يعني ما شاء الله ست وفاء باع طويل في التدريب في الإشراف، ولا شك إنه يعني أعطتنا من وقتها الثمين. إن شاء الله إنه أثرت هذا اللقاء. نشكرها مرة أخرى. بنشكركم كمان إنكم تحملتونا هالساعتين، وإن شاء الله انتظرونا في لقاءات أخرى. إن شاء الله في معنا ضيوف من المجلس البريطاني، في من الهند، في من تونس، في من مصر، في من فلسطين، من كل الدول. وأي حدا حابب عنده المقدرة يتواصل معي إن شاء الله بنرتب لويبينار إن شاء الله. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It's my pleasure, Mrs. Shawqia. Good night for everyone. Thank you for all the participants who shared different ideas with me. Thank you very much, Mrs. Shawqia, for my invitation, for giving me the chance to share you. Thank you very much all.
Thank you very much. يعني فاتحتها خير بدأنا فيك يا أستاذة وفاء.
حبيبتي مش
أنت أول واحدة تشرفينا في جمعية معلمي اللغة الإنجليزية العرب.
It's my own pleasure. It's my own honor to be with you, Mrs. Shawqia. Thank you very much. You are welcome.
شكرا لك. بارك الله فيك. Thank you.
بس شوقية، كيف رح توصلنا الشهادات؟ عبقنا الفورم.
مباشرة افحصي ايميلك اللي عبيتي فيه الفورم.
ايميل. ثانك يو very much. شكرا
طبعا
على هاي الفرصة الرائعة.
مباشرة. Thank you very much.
فرص رائعة جدا، وأنا سعيدة أن عن جد اتعرفت على جمعيتكم وتواصلت معكم. ثانك يو.
الله يرضى عنكم. أهلا وسهلا فيكم، إحنا بنتشرف فيكم ومبسوطين إنكم كنتوا معنا.
شكرا كثير.
Thank you.